My name's Laine Groeneweg, and I have worked here at 270 Sherman for, I think, about 4 months now. So not that long. I'm a pretty new tenant around here. I work primarily in traditional printmaking, so working with copper plates, doing etching, and a lesser known technique called mezzotint. My wife's originally from Hamilton, and I set foot in this city. I'm actually originally from Calgary. I set foot in this city, and there was something that I loved immediately about it. And fast forward probably about 10 years later, and we moved here. Part of the reasoning for that was just wanting to get out of Toronto. It was becoming horribly expensive for what we were getting, and also, and probably even more importantly, was that this is a bit of a fresh start kind of city right now, and it's cool. It's starting to take on a bit of a new life from its industrial roots. So the arts and culture were really what's bringing the city back, I think. Okay, so this is called a rocker, and what you do is you rock back and forth just like this, and then you have to turn it and rock some more. And what I've done with these plates is I've turned this plate a full 360 degrees rocking and covered the entire plate with a series of burrs that are created by this tool, by all these little teeth that are in here. And then from there, you can take a scraper like this, and you start scraping out your image really slowly. This specific technique dates back to the late 1700s. It was amazing that people could suddenly reproduce tone on copper plates like this. It hadn't been done before, so it was amazing. But the reality was that it's hugely labor intensive, and it fizzled out pretty quick because newer processes came into play, and subsequently it kind of got buried under the rug. And if you fast forward to today, there are only a handful of people out there in the world who actually continue to work in this manner. I'd say that there's probably about 500 or 600 people with these. These were just printed today, so they're all in their boards. So these are impressions that have been taken from those plates that I just showed you. After I graduated, I was terrified to go freelance, to live on doing my work by myself, or putting myself out there to run my business, or live off of my artwork essentially. And that fear was actually what ended up propelling me into doing this. I oftentimes, as horrible as it sounds, let the fear fuel me to keep on going and keep on making more stuff, because I don't ever see myself working in an environment where it's dictated by somebody else. A lot of people do want that immediate payoff, but generally speaking, it comes after a lot of time working in this environment and meeting people and connecting with the people who do work like you. So if you're working in the graphic arts, go and connect with other graphic artists right in your community. And in Hamilton, it's fantastic because the community is a little bit smaller, it's a little bit tighter, and so you have that opportunity to go and meet people like that. Realize that it's not going to happen right away, that you do have to take that time and gradually build things up, so that when the time comes, a couple years down the road, there you are. You find yourself in a situation where you're successful, or you're seeing different kinds of success starting to gradually build.